Okay, so I heard some people say that this was going to be a Venom prequel. It could have definitely been a Venom prequel, and that would have been awesome, but it's not. So, here it is. It's still pretty solid.
We can't let that thing in here.
Seal off everything.
We've lost all communication.
Where is it?
Life stars Jake Gyllenhaal, Rebecca Ferguson, and Ryan Reynolds. So this crew on the International Space Station, they're gathering ground samples from Mars, and they're going to get the last probe. And so they catch the probe and they find out there's a single-cell life organism, which is the first proof of there being life outside of Earth. And all seems fine and happy until the alien breaks out of its containment and starts picking off the crew one by one. Life is actually a pretty decent surprise. I mean, I saw this movie, I thought, you know what, it could be okay. I'm not sure how this is going to work as a horror movie. It could be a little bit more action, sci-fi, rather than horror, and I am actually really surprised that this is definitely a horror movie, and it's actually scary, and it's disturbing, and it's a good horror movie. It is actually a really good horror movie, and I really enjoyed that because it was something that surprised me. I didn't expect that going into this movie. Probably the more important part of horror movies is the acting, and this movie got like a top cast. I mean, Rebecca Ferguson off The Girl on the Train and Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. She's a great actress, and she was fantastic here. Jake Gyllenhaal was an amazing actor. I don't know how he didn't get nominated for Nightcrawler, but here he is, giving a really good performance. And Ryan Reynolds was being Ryan Reynolds, and that's just awesome. The monster in this movie, though, his name is Calvin. And I thought, you know what, he's going to be like some sort of weird starfish octopus thing. That might be okay. I don't know how that's going to work. It could be intense, but not so much to the degree where you actually have like a fully on scared of thing. It just looks like something that might attack you and you go like, ah, get it off me. But no, Calvin in this movie is a frightening thing. Like, he looks pretty scary at the end of the movie. I'm not going to go into any spoilers or anything, but towards the end of the movie, or even the middle of the movie, he's just this frightening thing which becomes scary. Like, if you were stuck in a space station with that thing, you would hide. You would be so frightened of it. And that's what I love about this. The Calvin is such an intense thing that his very presence on screen always brings a high level of intensity, and it just makes the whole audience worried for the characters because you care about them even if you don't get the best development for them. I mean, for some of them, I think for maybe like one of the five, you don't get that much, 5 or 6, you don't get that much good development, but the others you get solid development for it. The CGI in this movie, Calvin and space, it's terrific. It's actually really well done. I appreciate it. Good job on the CGI, and it looks really good for something that cost $58 million to make. Like, $58 million is still a lot, but it definitely shouldn't have the best CGI that it has. Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick, who wrote Deadpool, they wrote Life, and I think they actually did a pretty good job here. They made it seem intense, and they made the space station become like this maze, or like something bigger than it actually was, and I appreciated like that. To be able to make such a contained environment seem like this big, like, it could be kilometers long. We don't know, because it just shows like these rooms and you're stuck in there for a little bit, and then you move to the next room and you're stuck in there for a little bit, and then you see these characters spread out all over the station, and you feel like you make the station feel a lot larger than it actually is, and that's just really good. Life I wouldn't describe as predictable, but it's something close to predictable where you can see what's going to happen like 5 minutes before it happens. It's like not even alluded, like stuff that's not even alluded to. It's just like, alright, here you go that way, and then this way. And it would be really cool if they did that. Oh, they did that. And that kind of follows through to the end. That doesn't change the ending, and the ending I actually love, but it just decreases the enjoyment, doesn't give you any much of a shock. But Life is definitely an intense horror film in space that I really like, and I do recommend, and I will say, Life, Platypus approves. Have you seen Life? What did you think of it? What's your favourite space horror movie? Let me know in the comments down below. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe, comment on the Platypus. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Oh wow, you made it to the end of the video. Good job. How about you click that subscribe button for more content? Or click one of these two videos. You know, either one's good enough.